Have you ever stopped to think about what you were doing 90 days ago? It's likely you didn't give it much thought to where you would be today or how it would feel. But here you are. Whether you spent the last 90 days working towards a goal or just going through the motions, time doesn't discriminate between good or bad habits, a good or bad run. It simply moves forward. All that you have is the result of those past 90 days. The feelings associated with choices you made, whether they were difficult or uncomfortable, they're long gone. All that remains is the outcome. So take a moment to consider what you have to show for the past 90 days. In life, we often face moments of choice where our habits tend to dictate our actions. It can be easy to fall into routines, whether they serve us well or not. But it's important to remember that the discomfort of building a better present will pay off in the future. And even if you don't feel like doing something that's good for you, in 90 days, really? Will it matter whether you went for a run or you didn't? So look around you. How the heck did you do? How does it feel to be you right now, right here? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you uncomfortable? Are you tired? Are you exhausted? What have you been doing for the past 90 days? What an epic, epic day. This is my fastest to date. Oh my gosh, the comeback is on, baby. Everything that you've done up until this point has led you to where you are now. And it's up to you to shape the next 90 days. It might seem obvious, but if we thought about it just a little more often, we might make better choices. The middle aisles, guys, are like basically battleground. You got to protect yourself from this. Otherwise, shop on the outside of the aisles. Vegetables, man, vegetables. Think about it. 90 days from now, you'll be 90 days older and you'll feel exactly how you do now, or potentially worse or better. So even if you don't feel great in this moment, embrace it as a chance to make a positive change. Clarity can be a blessing. It allows us to understand our past actions have consequences and that we have the power to shape our future. It's easy to get caught up in habits, whether they serve us well or not, but the discomfort of building a better present will eventually fade, and all that remains is the outcome. After 90 days, I ended up running a 10 kilometer with a pace of 6:34 in a time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, 5 seconds. And that was the fastest that I had run in a long time. So in that time, I was 50 seconds faster per kilometer at the end of this 90-day adventure that I took on. That's an exciting idea, and it's like a cheat code when you really realize it. It's like even when you don't feel like doing something that's good for you, remember that in 90 days, you won't feel that pain anymore. Let's just talk candidly. If you want to see some changes in your running, you got to make some changes in here. You have to decide what it is that you want. Because in 30 days from now, you're going to be doing the same thing that you were doing yesterday. Now, hopefully that's running. Hopefully that's getting out there and doing the thing that brings you joy. But if it's not, and you're not happy, and you're sad, you're lonely, you're upset, you're not where you want to be, you're frustrated, you're angry, we all have these emotions, we all have these setbacks in our life. A lot of things can happen within a 90-day period. Take the opportunity to invest in a better future, a better you. When I was running for 90 days, I thought about how I would feel and what things would look like after running for those 90 days straight. Have you ever seen a life calendar? It's where the entire calendar represents like a 90-year lifespan in weeks. It's a power visualization just to see how small a span of 90 days in the grand scheme of your life is. Yet 90 days is a significant amount of time to make drastic changes. At the same time, it's just a small tiny blip in the grand scheme of your life. Whether you're 26, 40, 56, 65 plus, it's a manageable amount of time, yet 90 days, as we all know, is a small number and it can make big changes come to light. Whether it's building a new habit or breaking an old one, just 3 months of constant effort can make a huge difference in your life, in your running, in your fitness. I really want to wean myself off of this whole coffee addiction I got going on. There's so many different types of coffee, but I think I found one that works. It's a mushroom coffee. It's also important to remember that we don't have an unlimited number of 90-day spans. Our time on this earth is finite and it's vital. to be mindful of how we spend it. If we're not happy with how we've been using our time, we have the power to redirect it. In 90 days, you'll be somewhere. So why not make it somewhere you want to be? Remember, you have the ability to shape your life and create the future you want. Whether that's in business, whether it's in personal life, or whether it's just, in your running, in your fitness. Look, I ran for 90 days, and that was an amazing journey. The last 90 days has brought me so much craziness, guys. The thing that I take away from all of this is 90 days comes and goes. 2 months come and go. And what happened 10 days ago happened 10 days ago. So whether you put in all of that time and energy improving yourself, right? The blood, sweat, the tears, the injuries, you have an outcome after 90 days. Is that something that was predestined? Were you destined to be where you are today because of your actions that you took 90 days ago? Is that what happened? You didn't get here just by chance, or were you just riding the wave of life? Oh, these are some deep thoughts, I've had over the last little while. And this year has taught me a lot. It has taught me to be resilient and pick up a pair of shoes, put on the watch, get dressed, and get out the door and go for a run. So what are you gonna do with your 90 days? What will you do to improve yourself? So today, it's like the 90-day challenge. Who's in? Who's gonna take up the gauntlet? Who's gonna move for 90 days straight? You don't need to run every day, but move. Do some sort of action, some sort of fitness. Move your body. 90 days, guys, that's all it takes. So if you're still watching this video, by the time we get to this point, I'm gonna say thank you. Thank you for being here with me on my journey. Thank you for following along on all my insanity, crazy runs. I created this channel as a diary, as a way to be accountable for my running and for my fitness. And so far, I think it served the purpose quite well. There is a lot of you now following along on this crazy journey I call life. So let's continue on for another year or 2 or maybe 3. Heck, let's just go for another decade. Okay, we'll go for more than that. But I'm here to stay. Thank you, all of you, for your likes and comments. This video right here will help you in your running, guys. I promise you. This video right here on your screen. So like I always say, get out and run. See ya.